It's like that shit with the fucking Michael Che with the SNL when he made the joke about Kanye West and it was all okay. Everything was okay until he mentioned fucking Caitlyn Jenner and then everyone went nuts about it. Dude, it's legitimately a good joke. When Michael Che was like, he was saying like, Kanye West is a white lady now because he's like fucking into whatever he was saying. He was into fashion, voting for Trump, and he's like complains about whatever the fuck the joke was. And he was like, he turned into an old white lady. And then it showed a picture of Caitlyn Jenner. And it was like, by the way, I remember another guy who moved to Calabasas. And that was where the joke stopped. And it was like, okay, Bruce Jenner turned into a fucking old white lady as well. And that's a fucking funny joke. Whatever, you know? Whatever or not, you think it's funny, it's a joke. And there was this fucking article, dude, that came out on, was it IndieWire? I don't want to get this wrong, actually. What was it? It was on IndieWire. Here it is. Yeah, IndieWire. Saturday Night Live. Michael Che's Caitlyn Jenner joke wasn't funny. It was hate speech. Oh, dude, what? Hey, are you all right, writer? Dude, hate speech? Imagine SNL doing hate speech. You want to be a fucking victim or what? Some people, they just want to be victims. I swear to God. Look at this. Over the week, this was so funny. Over the weekend, Saturday Night Live head writer Michael Che told a joke at the... By the way, Michael Che's fucking hilarious. Fan of Michael Che. Nice guy. Love the dude. Told a joke at the expense of Caitlyn Jenner. That the joke totally bombed did not seem to bother headstrong comedian who giggled along with co-host Colin Jost. By the way, there's another guy who's fucking awesome, Colin Jost. Such a nice guy. And fucking hilarious. It didn't really bomb. The joke didn't bomb. Also, even if it did, who cares? This is not the first time Che has come under scrutiny. Whatever. That's because he's a fucking talented comedian, and any talented comedian comes under scrutiny. Che... straight male comedians using transgender people as a punchline bag for their unfunny jokes. Che's so-called joke. I love this, dude. The writer calls it a so-called joke. What do you know about jokes? Who knows more about jokes? You or Michael Che? Who knows more about jokes? You or the head writer of SNL? He said the singer was turning into an old white lady. He elaborated, I mean, he used to be one of the coolest black dudes on earth. Now he's showing up at events in sweatpants, orthopedic sneakers, and listening to Kenny G. That was the joke. It's way funnier than what I said. And trying to get black people to like Trump. Funny. How long before this guy changed his name to Kathy? Funny. Taking on his joke, the joke is fine, even mildly funny. If Che had stopped there, it would have been a perfectly acceptable quip that didn't necessarily even reference trans people, much less in a disrespectful way. But Che had to go and bring Caitlyn Jenner into it. Now you think that I'm crazy, but about 5 years ago, there was a fellow named Bruce Jenner, and he moved to Calabasas. There you go. That was the thing. In one short sentence, Che manages to use the word fella, the incorrect pronoun, and Jenner's previous name. Okay, but he was a guy, right? He misgenders her, dead names her, and actively calls her a word that is safe to assume she would never use to describe herself, okay? As a refresher... Sakak, the writer. As a refresher, using a trans person's birth name is referred to as dead naming and is considered an act of violence. Okay? Dude, it's okay, you know? You're going to be, like, you're that's not an act of violence, all right? That's just somebody saying some shit as a joke on Saturday Night Live. That's not an act of violence. And as a matter of fact, what's an act of violence? Is a threat an act of violence? Is somebody saying like, hey, I'm going to fucking fuck you up? Is that an act of violence? Or is an act of violence like striking someone? I don't know. What do you think? Even saying something is not an act of violence. I mean, it can incite an act of violence, maybe. I don't see how it is. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm a fucking idiot when it comes to this shit and definitely talking out of my ass. But holy fuck, that shit made me laugh when I read that part. Like, if you want to be included, if inclusion is real and you want to be accepted, then guess what, dude? You get jokes coming your way. If you want to be included, here come the jokes. Dude, make fun of me all day long. A lot of these people, and this is the victims thing has gone out of control, dude. There are real victims out there that have been through real shit. It's like, don't fucking take that from them, man. It sucks, dude. Also, that shit, these articles, no joke, these articles are what's gonna get Trump elected again. That's what's gonna get Trump elected again. 100%. The two things that that's gonna get Trump elected again, and he's gonna get elected again. These are the two things that are going to get him elected again. Articles like that, tweets and shit like that, and also the horrible Democratic fucking choices.